Hi, Delina. Kelly here with Leads by Lordi. I'm also part of the Dance Teacher Network, and I know you saw my post in there. So I wanted to put together a quick video giving you some free tips and tricks that you can start implementing right away in order to begin outranking your competition online. So we're going to take a look at your Facebook page as well as your competitors' Facebook pages. We're going to take a look at their websites, and I also noticed that you didn't have one, so I'll touch on that in just a minute. And then we're going to look at the Google Map Packs, or GMBs as they're known, and I'll get into that as well. So I'm going to jump right in and start with your Facebook page. So the one thing that I noticed right off the bat is that you have it very colorful, and you are putting your logo and your brand up right at the top, which is awesome. I love that you have your logo in your profile picture as well as in the header. Now, as I continue to scroll down and I take a look at your About section, the first thing that I notice is it's not filled out as much as it can be. So the more that you fill out your About section with your description and what you offer, as well as putting, a link to a website that you could have, or putting your address, basically you want to fill out that section so that is 100% completed, and that the amount of characters or words that you're putting in there is filled to the max. So for example, if Facebook allows for, say, 250 words, you're putting in exactly 250 words in this description section right here. Now, when you're filling out that description section, you want to make sure that you are using not just any words, but buyer intent keywords. And a keyword is a word or a phrase that people are typing into search bars, whether it be a Facebook search bar or a Google search bar, and they're typing those words and phrases in to find businesses with goods or services. Now, when you're filling this out, you want to make sure that you're using phrases such as dance classes near me, or dance classes Jackson, Michigan, or dance studio Jackson, Michigan, or dance center. Anything that a mom or parent might be putting into a search bar in order to find dance classes for their child. Another thing that you want to make sure that you fill out in the entirety is putting in the classes that you offer. So putting in as many classes as you offer. I see that you have dance classes, stretch/turn and cardio, dance team, etc. Rather than putting in etc., list out as many as you can. Also, when or if you choose to create a website, I would list that in here as well, because your website is basically your landing page for all of your social media accounts. So I would definitely recommend creating a website. And if you have one, I apologize, I wasn't able to find it anywhere on the internet. But definitely by having a website, it gives all of your social media pages a place to funnel down into, and that gives people a place that you can send them directly to in order to register for classes. Now I'm going to continue to scroll down here, and I have been scrolling through. I looked a little bit before I got into this video, and I love how frequently you post. You are doing such a fantastic job at posting every day or every couple of days, and that's wonderful. So we always recommend to post at least 3 days a week and more if you can. So great job there. Now, the one thing that I would recommend with your posts is that your pictures that you're posting, that they give as much information and that they catch the user's attention. So as I'm looking at your pictures, I noticed that you have this white space in a lot of the pictures. And we use a service called Canva. I know they have a free version. They have a paid version as well that we use to get a transparent background. And I'm sure there's other tools out there that you can use. But by using those tools and getting a transparent background on your images, it just makes your images come across as more professional, and it grabs people's attention a little bit better. Another thing to keep in mind when posting is that you want to make sure that the amount of content that you're putting into a post is pretty full. So there's 4 different areas that you want to touch on when making a post or making a Facebook ad. And that is an attention grabber, an interest. So you want to gain the user's interest. Then you want to solve a problem for them. And then you want to point them in the direction of a solution. So for example, you could say, attention dancers near me, and then your interest is we have classes that you're going to want to take, or we have amazing teachers that are teaching our classes. The problem is, you know, it could be that they are driving to a studio that's super far away, or class sizes are really big and you offer small class sizes. Whatever the problem is, go ahead and list that in your ad and then close it off with telling them what you want them to do. So go ahead and click below on the register button, register for classes today. Now, I also noticed that you have not run any ads. Facebook is an opportunity to go ahead and reach many people through advertising. So what I would recommend doing is the summer right before registration, go ahead and start putting together some ads that you want to run, and then you can run them through Facebook advertising. Now, there's a difference between running an ad through Facebook advertising and boosting a post. Boosting a post, you don't get to choose who it goes to, and you don't get to choose your demographics. When you actually do a Facebook ad through Ads Manager, you get a lot more control of who your ad is reaching. So I would recommend, if you're going to go ahead and do ads, do them, you know, before registration, in the summer before registration, in the weeks leading up to registration, as well as making sure that you are, you know, using the 4 areas that we just talked about on how to grab people's attention, and making sure that the demographic is set towards what you want. Now, another thing that I want to take a look at is your competitors' Facebook pages. And as we scroll down, you can see that they have it filled out a lot more. They have their address listed, they have their website listed, they give a price range. So this is something that you're going to want to go ahead and do, that we just mentioned, is filling out this about section as full as possible. Another thing that I noticed that they have is they are posting events frequently, different workshops that they're offering, and they're posting pictures in addition to just general advertising posts. So you're going to want to go ahead and take pictures of your students, if that's permitted within your studio, and post pictures to gain the interest of parents. That way it gives parents an idea of what their child could be doing, and they can see what other students within your program are doing. So that's another thing that this competitor of yours does that you do not do, that we want to just improve on. I'm going to also jump over to another competitor, Next Steps Dance Center. And this one just kind of showed a little bit better this section being filled out. Now, in addition to having the about section filled out, you want to make sure that you are posting videos and photos, as many as you can. So the more that you post, whether it be a photo, a video, or just content, or within your about section, the more it comes up when people are searching for things. So I went ahead and I put into Facebook search bar dance classes, Jackson, Michigan. And as you can see, Jackson School of Arts is posting so much and so frequently that they're what comes up. Each of their posts, their pictures, that's what's coming up on my page. And as I scroll down, I see actually there's a couple other, like Next Steps Dance Center, theirs comes up once. But by increasing your posts and increasing and making sure that it's not just pictures, or not just posts, or not just videos, but an array of all, it will increase your chances for being found, as well as making sure that you're using those keywords that we talked about. So as you can see, their posts are a lot longer, and they have keywords, and they use the word dance classes. So right here, for example, it says taking dance classes does wonders for your social skills. And so when somebody searches dance classes, that's coming up because they have that within their content. Now, the next thing that I want to take a look at is websites. So we kind of touched on the fact that you don't have a website, and a website is a great place to funnel people down into. So with the internet and Google, and dance classes in specific, there's not a ton of search volume on Google for dance studios or dance classes. So you don't need to worry as much about, you know, doing some SEO work ongoing SEO work for your website, but it's always good to have a website. So the more that you can increase your online presence, the better chance you have of being found, and the better chance you have of search bars, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or Google, pulling up your website and pulling up your business for people to see. Now, something that your competitor does that I really love about their website is their toolbar, or their header bar at the top here. They have it so it's multiple pages. So as I click down on a drop-down menu, it takes me to a different page. And each of these pages is an opportunity for them to be found. So you can be found for each individual page rather than a website as a whole. So by creating more pages, you're only giving yourself more chances of being discovered, and you're giving yourself more of an online presence. And again, same thing with each company that I scroll through, and each website that I see that are your top competitors. Again, they have the multiple pages. Another thing that they have that you would want to keep in mind is they have a lot of content. So Google looks for anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words on a home page and 500 to 750 words on a back page. So if you choose to go ahead and create a website, or if you would like us to help you with a website, either way, whatever you decide, make sure that you're putting in a lot of content and content with buyer intent keywords like we talked about on the Facebook page. And last but not least, I want to go ahead and jump into a Google search and the GMB. So this box right here is called a GMB or a Google Map Pack. And when I type in dance classes Jackson, Michigan, it pulls up all of the dance studios within the area. And I noticed that you do not have a GMB listing. And a GMB listing, by creating one, they're free and it gets your name onto Google. Now, in order to be found within the map pack, you would want to make sure that you're doing citations for your GMB. And a citation is your name, address, phone number listed in directories across the internet. So the more that you have out there, and what we like to do is double the amount of your competitors. So if Jackson School of the Arts has 50 citations, we would want to go ahead and get 100 citations for your business. So we would want to list you in 100 different directories on the internet. And with creating a GMB, if you were to go ahead and do one, you would want to make sure, again, just like Facebook, that it's filled out to its entirety and that it's filled out with buyer intent keywords. Now, if you go ahead and implement these things, that should definitely increase your online presence and get you started in outranking your competitors, whether it be Facebook, website, or any other social media platforms. And if you need help or have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Again, my name is Kelly and our company is Leads by Lordi. If you want to check out our website is leadsbylordi.com. Thank you.